Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about Bitcoin. Right now, the Bitcoin ETF is all the hype. Gonna talk to you guys all about it. We might just be getting a Bitcoin ETF, but why it's gonna be the hype for the next couple of days and why it is a kind of a big deal. I want to also talk to you guys about the charts to go along with it. There's a bunch of bullish things going on these charts, and if they continue to be bullish, we have to be ready. So we're gonna talk about this. We're going to talk about some altcoins, and I want to talk about two charts that I'm keeping an eye on very closely because I feel like they're going to be some pretty nice charts if this thing continues to do what it's doing. So if you're excited about that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, leave me a comment in the comment box. Let me know if there's anything you need me to make a video about. Beginners welcome, intermediates welcome, and so are the experts. Let me know. So first things first, the SEC set to allow Bitcoin futures ETF as deadline looms. People are getting excited. This is still speculation, but they have not officially came out and said, hey guys, we are allowing it, but they came out and said, if you're going to invest into these things, be careful, know what you're doing, and they're putting out guidelines and stuff like that, which is one of the reasons why they didn't approve the ETF before, was that they felt like there wasn't enough training and information about it to teach people about the stuff before they got into it. So now they're doing all these things, but they haven't actually approved it yet. But so what? The hype is kicking off, and we can see that Bitcoin is responding to it. So first things first, you're gonna notice that I have this yellow line right here on the Bitcoin chart. This is my target right here. This yellow line is the target of the breakout that already happened, in my opinion. And the breakout that already happened was this cup and handle right here. You had a cup in this cup, and that was the handle, and then it came down, retested it, and it looks like it wants to continue up. So if I turn this to the daily chart, you can see it a little bit more clear. Let me just draw it in. You got this cup, you got the handle, you got to come up, you got to retest, and now it looks like it wants to take off and make it to this target. Excited about that because the first step to making it to that target would be breaking above this red line. Let me zoom in, which is the 59k Bitcoin level. So 59.55, that was a level that I wanted to see it break over, and right now it's holding up as resistance, and that looks pretty great, holding up as resistance right there. So let's continue to break this high. This is where we had the most resistance at before, you know, 1 2 3 4 5 times, 6 times it was resistance before. We were not above that for no time. We're above that for like 2 days. That don't count. Or, you know, like 2 or 3 days. That doesn't count. So we need to get back above that and make that some nice good support and continue to move up for Bitcoin. Excited about that. We got that happening. But also down here on the TDI, we got something that we haven't seen happen since Bitcoin was at 40k, and that was this right here. If we go to the 4-hour TDI, go to the 4-hour chart, and we take a look down here at the TDI, you see where we crossed this yellow line and we got to where we were going to have some upside. If you go back in this chart, that type of kickoff hasn't happened since back here around October 4th when Bitcoin was $47,000. That was the last time that we had Bitcoin coming across that level, and we're crossing it again. So hopefully we can get another $20,000 pump. Looking pretty good so far. We will have ups and downs, so just be ready. What does this mean for altcoins? Right now, the fear and greed is at a 71, so everybody's looking pretty bullish. But what does this mean for altcoins? Now, altcoins are always going to follow. This is the money flow chart of crypto. If you don't know this, you need to learn. You go from cash into Bitcoin, into the large caps, mid caps, low caps, and then you go back to Bitcoin. You only go to fiat when you have to, if you need to go to the left. But if you're on the right side of things, you keep repeating this. Bitcoin, large cap, mid caps, low caps. Now for me, I like to play right here in the mid caps. I got some large caps because there are some large cap coins that are dope, but I like to play in the large caps. I talk about a lot of low caps, but I like to play in the mid caps as well. But I I like to play in all of them, pretty much what I just said, repeating myself. But the mid caps is where I'm at the most right now, and that's where I got the most money banking on these mid caps. So I'm going to see if money flows from Bitcoin into the high caps, which I've been seeing with Polkadot and Avalanche, which we're going to talk about those charts in a second, and then hopefully that flows into some of the mid caps like Track and Rose and some of those other guys, and then low caps can get their nice kickoff as well. But pay attention to this money flow chart and plan this thing accordingly. If you are brand new to cryptocurrency, the best thing for you to do, in my opinion, this is not financial advice, this is what I would tell my friends. If you're brand new, I would say the best thing for you to do is still to hodl dollar cost average in. What I'm telling my friends is dollar cost average and then to mid caps and large caps, because the low caps, they get a little bit more risky. You have to sell fast, you have to watch a little more. But the high caps, the blue chips and the mid caps, you just sit there, wait. It is hunting season. Look for those coins that you believe are going to be super dope, because Bitcoin is doing what it is planned to do since we've been talking about this whole time. This chart right here is just looking like it's going to have a cup and handle like Bitcoin is, and then follow through. These altcoins have been having some sell pressure and having some pressure on them lately because Bitcoin has been moving, and in the trading world, which is a majority of the volume in this market, Bitcoin runs things. So that's just something you got to keep an eye on in the trading world with these tokens. Open interest for Bitcoin is at an all-time high, and what this means is just people on the sidelines waiting to open up contracts to buy or sell some Bitcoin. Looking pretty good. We got people ready. The volatility will be there when we need it to be there, when these prices start going crazy. This is what the open interest is showing me. The stock to flow model is right on point. It's looking good. Plan B says, I like where this is going. This guy's model has been pretty on point for the majority of the time. Look at the way it's been following his curve. And, Plan B is just somebody that we look up to. We know this guy is like, he's a predicting genius coming up with this stock to flow model for Bitcoin. But if he's right, we should be seeing that 100K Bitcoin pretty soon. Another reason to get excited about that. Like, let's go, keep pumping this price. And last but not least, these are the dates right here. Up until December 27th, there will be hype for these ETFs. If this one fails, hype for that one. If that one fails, hype for that one. If that one fails, hype for that one. If that one fails, hype for that one. Looking very good, but it's not stable. We need this one. We need all of the ones that are not limited to futures only to pass. That's the ones that we want to pass. We want the ones that are going to be purchasing that real Bitcoin to actually really pump the price of Bitcoin with real dollars, and not just like speculation and hype like some of the paper trading will do. So the price of the chart of DOT, that's what I wanted to talk about. The chart of DOT looks like it wants to start forming a bull flag on the daily. This looks like a bull flag is forming on the daily. If we go to the 12-hour chart, it's kind of looking like one already. And why wouldn't it be? The parachain auctions for DOT are coming soon. They're coming in less than a month. This is big. This is what DOT has been waiting for a long time. And if you remember, if you were here about 6 months ago, there was a ton of DOT hype. You had DOT collecting all of the TVL and everything. So DOT and the parachain auctions, and fundamentally people will need to buy DOT, so that's just a good thing to see. So this DOT chart looks pretty good right here. Looks like we're having a bull flag. A breakout for this bull flag could be anywhere, like somewhere like at $50 DOT. And last but not least, the chart of Avalanche. So a lot of you guys holding Avalanche say, hey man, what's Avalanche doing right now? It's looking like it wants to find support on the level that it needs to find support on. So I have this level marked off right here, $51. This was resistance for a while, and then it became major support, and we just bounced off of it. So hopefully we can bounce off of it and do what we done the last two times we bounced off of it. Was right here. We bounced off and went to close to an all-time high. The last time we bounced off, we went to an all-time high. So hopefully we bounce off of it again and go to another all-time high. And it's just a cool-off period for Avalanche. They got a bunch of things coming on, working with Cosmos, still got the Tops NFT thing going on, still got more money to be dropped in the Avalanche rush. So I'm still excited about that, but I'm also keeping everything very cautious right now because Bitcoin is moving. And for my short short-term plays when Bitcoin's moving, I have to limit those because Bitcoin is moving and it will affect those plays. For the long term, for the DCA bag, for the investing bag, hey, just keep DCAing, keep holding. It is hunting season right now, and what that means for me is that, hey, Bitcoin is doing its thing, and after Bitcoin does its thing, altcoins always respond good. At least from my experience, they respond good to Bitcoin doing its thing. So when I see Bitcoin doing its thing, I start to really look around for these altcoins. So none of this is financial advice. Please be cautious. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. All that good stuff. Be smart with your investments. Let's get this money together. Like and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. RIP to my brother Crypto Roots. Think positive and positive things will happen. Happy Thursday/Friday. Till next time. Peace.